If we turn our backs and spit in his face, is God still gonna bless the USA?
Truth, much like an inflated beach ball submerged under the water, inevitably rises to the surface. Norman Geisler's and Frank Turek's book, I Don't Have Enough Faith to Be an Atheist, explains that truth is discovered, not invented. It is universal, constant, and unaffected by human opinions as it originates from a supreme creator God known by our ancestors as the laws of nature and nature's God. Greetings, Patriots. I'm Perry Green, and this is God in America. The world is suffering from an acute case of truth decay. In real time, we see that Satan knows how to twist the truth into appearing evil and ungodliness into something good. Telling a lie long enough can influence people to believe it as a fact. Adam and Eve seem to have disobeyed God quickly through Satan's truth distortions. He aims to steal, kill, and destroy all that God has created. It's important to examine the information we receive to understand the truth. For example, the Bereans are described in Acts 17:11 as diligent in searching the scriptures to verify Paul's teachings. Questioning and scrutinizing information can be valuable. In contrast, some newscasters, social media experts, and some podcasters may react negatively to their stories being questioned. This highlights the importance of critical thinking and verification when processing information. The truth is at the core of who Jesus is, God in the flesh. He said, I am the truth. He wants us to search for and know what is genuine. Jesus told a group of Jewish leaders, you search the scriptures, for in them you think you have eternal life, and these are they which testify of me. When we search for the truth, we will find it. The danger lies in our tendency to accept the counterfeit without question. Many of us are dealing with PTSD from the COVID-19 pandemic. The incident was a battle for the minds and souls of the world more than our health. The power brokers behind the curtain used every agency at their disposal to fill us with fearful and confusing propaganda. The roller coaster began with wearing a mask, then removing it, then wearing two masks. We saw the elites mixing in large groups with no face diapers except in front of the mainstream media cameras. Their goal was to control the story to gain our unchallenged compliance. According to Glenn Beck, in the 1980s, 90% of the media was owned by 50 companies. Today, it is 6. You've seen the posts of hundreds of news anchors reading the identical scripts on their shows. The so-called news is controlled by a handful of elites who disseminate information, misinformation, and disinformation to control an unsuspecting and trusting population. If we've learned anything over the last 5 years, it is to trust and verify. The mainstream media has deceived us under the evil distortions of their owners. One news channel in Oklahoma City used to boast that it was locally owned and operated. Today, it only advertises that it has local ownership. Someone else operates it. We like to think we are independent and clear thinking. The truth is, we're sheep. We have some levels of autonomy, but God has made us need a shepherd. Jesus is the good shepherd, but if we don't listen to him, we're going to listen to someone else. Our ancestors envisioned America as one nation under God and under his control. The Constitution they created is only for moral and religious people. It does not work for unbelievers. Only people who genuinely know Christ can fully enjoy liberty. Compare the ideals of our founders and framers with the current state of our world. You will own nothing by 2030 and be happy. You will eat bugs and be content. This can only occur through deep-seated distraction and intimidation. Much like the Romans' bread and circus approach, George Orwell wrote of the death of free choice in his book 1984. He said, films, football, beer, and above all, gambling filled the horizon of their minds to keep them in control was not difficult. We can overcome the deep state's influence through personal reflection and mental renewal. The Apostle Paul advises us to align ourselves with spiritual values rather than worldly ones. This process starts in the mind and involves critical thinking and evaluating information presented to us. He stated in Romans 12, verse 2, "Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God." I'm an oldies music fan for obvious reasons. Crosby, Stills, and Nash sang "Wasted on the Way" in 1982. That song asks, "When you were young, did you question all the answers?" And then in the chorus, "So much time to make up everywhere you turn." God's presence dismantles the chaotic darkness and empowers us to make wise choices and the best use of our time. By following God, we don't have to fit in with the world. We can boldly question what we're told. When we uncover the truth, we're liberated from doubt and worry, allowing us to make informed and wiser choices. Well, thank you for listening. As we close, let's keep the light of healthy questioning burning.